I'm Faith, and this is my husband Doug, and we have been married for 3 years. We live here on Walnut Street in Shippensburg, and we attend the Oasis of Love Church. I grew up here in the church since I was very little. I'm born here, I guess. And my parents loved me. I had a very nice childhood. I was sick a lot, problems with my kidneys, so I was in and out of the hospital a lot, and I feel like it kind of distances you because you don't feel normal.
I was born here in Pennsylvania. We moved around a lot when I was little because my dad was in the military. Him and my mom got divorced when I was like 4 or 5. Then we lived down in Florida till I was 10, and then we moved to New Mexico. So I moved around a lot when I was younger. My outlook on life wasn't the best, just because I never felt that I got a fair hand when I was younger. Growing up, I realized that no one gets a fair hand. But when you're younger and you're going through stuff, you blame people for stuff. So I grew up looking to plug a hole with substances, and I did plug that hole with substances, and it led me down a really dark path. Ended up in some trouble. Got through that, ended up meeting my wife, Faith, because of it, actually.
I started at Longhorn hostessing, and that was not for me. So I said, move me to the kitchen, and I met Doug. He actually trained me.
I had gotten a DUI and lost my license for a year, and I was walking to work in the morning, and then I would get off work, walk home, and then walk to my other job. Our boss actually asked her if she would mind bringing me in, and she said, yeah, okay. And it was awesome because I wasn't expecting it. She was not a very outspoken. She was more about work and getting stuff done than she was about meeting friends. So I didn't really think she liked me personally, and we were from two different worlds in my mind.
Kind of didn't want to, but I also didn't want him to quit because I didn't want any more work to do. So I agreed, and he would just talk to me in the car.
We would go to work, and she'd turn up the radio when I was talking, and I'd turn it down and be like, I'm trying to talk to you.
I would say I was number one introvert, not really interested in anyone else. Just wanted to walk through life by myself, just get it done with, I wasn't exactly where I wanted to be in life, but you have to stick with it even if you don't feel you're where you want to be. I think it was just a time of seeking, what do you have for me, God? Not that I was perfect, not that I will ever be perfect, but I just thought, what's my next step, I could tell he was a nice guy, and thought if I can't do much for him, at least he can meet other people who can help him. So I said, why don't you come to youth night with me?
When Faith invited me to church, I thought it was out of my comfort zone to come to something like that. But I wanted to get to know Faith on a more personal level, and she said the only way I could do that was to start coming to church.
I wanted to make sure it was for real, and that he wasn't just coming to see me, that there was actually a relationship with God developing.
I started to come, and I met everyone here, and I started to build friendships with people. And I'm not a very big friendship person. I don't seek out friendships. So when I have a connection with somebody, it means something to me. And everyone here made an effort to make a connection. And that made me want to come to this church particular, because I've never felt that type of love from anyone.
I've learned that there's just a richness to life and to people. And the closer you get to God, the more you love people. And it really opened my heart to want to help others and be there for them.
I'd been coming to church for a couple year or two when I was thinking about making the decision to give my life to God, and I think it was at a Connect night, and I forget what the videos were on it. It was not having false idols or something, and for some reason that was sticking with me. It was like the false idol of money, and it just was making me think a lot about having like all the false idols I could have and like did have, and how I wanted to be like everyone that I was surrounded with when I came here. Like, just I saw that they were all so fulfilled, and I wanted a part of that. And then we were having a baptism like 3 weeks later, I think. So it was on God's timing. Fear I had about drinking or going back to the old lifestyle, like, pretty much evaporated. There were still doubts, but I just felt that I had God on my side, and He was going to help me overcome it.
You would text me just nice texts, and they really, they really just made me think maybe there is like a future.
My life in captivity was always about doing what I wanted because it felt good, or it made me feel like not have feelings. It made me not feel anything. And now that I don't feel captive, I don't feel the need to not feel anything. Like, I actually enjoy feeling feelings. They're not always the best feelings, but that's what makes the good feelings good when you feel them, is you have to have some bad feelings too. And a weight has been lifted off of me. Like, I have hope for my future. And I never had that before I got saved.
I have the freedom to be who God created me to be. I'm not stuck as an introvert or someone with no talents. God has given me talents and abilities, and He's made me who I am. And there's always change, but there's, like Doug said, there's hope. There's something better. He always has something good. So I am about 4 months pregnant. It's a miracle because it's not a future I would have seen for myself. But when you put it in God's hands, and He has the best for you, we know that we have love for this baby. We have a church body that loves and will help us. It's not just going to be all on our own. And we have a family that loves us. And we're going to have a good future.
I couldn't imagine it being with anyone else. And just the support and love we have from everyone makes it's not all on us. Like, that's a real good feeling.